Alright guys, we want to show y'all what our carrot bed looks like now. We had beautiful carrots before all this hard freeze came in here. We got more freezes coming. We do not want to lose our carrots. I know people say they'll come back, but it's almost time for us to pick them anyway, and this freeze just destroyed everything we had here. So those of you who think that, you know, when the freeze starts coming with the mini ice age, if that happens, you think about raising vegetables, this is what happens. This went from being a beautiful, luscious carrot bed to what it looks like now. And now we're having to dig them before they actually matured. Because now for them to have to start all over and come back, what's going to happen is they're going to grow these tiny hair roots all over the carrots, and we're actually going to lose a lot of our sweetness. So no matter how big they are at this point, we're going to go ahead and just get them out and just use them and make what we can make out of them anyway, because we cut them up anyhow. It's just a little more frustrating with them not being as big as we wanted them. But nevertheless, before we lose a harvest to the weather, we want to try to get some of them out of the ground. Okay guys, these are some of the carrots here that we've been pulling up this morning. They're nice. They're not bad carrots, but they're not near what we was wanting. One thing the freeze done is it took away the tops on them. The tops are what we usually feed our rabbits for good vegetation and feed, and we don't have that now. This is what happens when the freezes hit and destroy your food crops. Okay guys, we finished with the bed now. We've got all the carrots out of the bed. The dirt's been kind of amended and tore up there good. Getting it ready for the next time. These are some of the carrots we got. Now they're not what we're normally used to. We're normally used to a lot larger carrots, but the snow we had in December knocked them down. They've never had a chance to recover, and then we had this major freeze and another ice storm again. So here in the deep south, we know better than to try to leave this stuff in the ground to keep going. We just go ahead and get it out because the bed has got to be used here within the next few weeks for planting. And normally we plant carrots back in a couple of weeks. So we're going to go ahead and get these out because this is our normal canning time of the year. And you can see that, you know, we have some in here that's not as big and some that are as big. We don't throw anything away hardly. Nothing goes to waste here at Deep South Homestead. Even what we pulled out for the animals over here, we save this kind of stuff for the animals, but those small carrots you see in there, we'll go through this, and them small carrots are going to go to the rabbits. So they're going to get some benefit out of this because we're not wasting anything. And then the chickens will get whatever is left out of this to pilfer through and get what they can get out of it so that we have no waste here on the homestead.
We have approximately half a 5-gallon bucket of carrots. I'm going to be taking the tops off and adding the carrots to this bucket with water in it. And our Hoss tool bucket, I'm going to put the rest of the little greens and the little tiny carrots that we still come across in there for the animals. Not a bad day's haul for carrots.
Okay guys, we got this here, this many. After we've topped them and cut the ends off of them and everything, we probably got a few jars to can there. There's not going to be a lot, but like I said, we're not going to waste them. We're going to use them. This is more stuff for the animals. We will take this to the chickens because they love these little ends and stuff like this. They'll feast on them for quite some time. We've already fed the other to the rabbits, so this is going to the chickens. All right guys, this is one of the methods we use here. We take our brush and we just take our little carrots and we rub them in it like this to get as much dirt off of them as we can. We put them down here, and Wanda's cutting them up. Okay, Wanda's cutting them up here. She's, get them over in here where y'all can see. She's cutting these up like this to go in jars. And we have these little ones like this right here. We will put them in jars whole like they are for spears, because we love the spears in soups and stuff like that when we do a roast or something like that. Works out real good for us. So we're going to continue on here, watching Wanda cut these up and getting them ready to put in jars. And guys, I'm going to get back. Looks like my work's cut out for me for the next few minutes. Okay guys, this is the Bounty before going in jars. We can get this in here. We can get a look at the beauty of those carrots, how bright colored they are. These are our little spears. There'll probably be a couple of jars of them, pint jars. And then this here should finish out a good can.
I've got all our carrots in boiling water. I'm going to boil them for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to start putting them in jars. I have fresh water boiling to go over them. We don't use the water that they're boiling in because it will have dirt in it. Because even though you've cleaned them, you still have some dirt that comes off. So you want fresh boiling water for your carrots. And we have our jars and lids getting hot. 1 jar with half a teaspoon of salt, carrots, and hot water. Got our lid on, and it's going in the canner. Carrots, 9 pints. 3 of them are spears, 6 of them in circles. Not bad for a carrot harvest after the ice storm. We have 9 pint jars of our fresh carrots after the ice storm. Isn't that awesome? At least 9 meals, guys. That's what it's all about. A little bit does add up.